What up, YouTube? Knowledge of self-determination. So I'm back with you guys with some more boxing. I want to talk about the Canelo Alvarez and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight. First, I want to say this. I'm not a huge fan of catch weights, and I'm not a huge fan of diva demands. Point blank, period. And that's my opinion. I don't give a fuck who the fighter is or if I like them. If I think they're doing punk shit, I'm going to call them on it. I like Canelo as a fighter. Do I think he's doing punk shit with Chavez Jr.? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Because I think a fight should be against evenly matched opponents. Two evenly matched combatants. That's what I think fights should be. Not, I want to go into the ring with this guy having as much of a disadvantage as possible. You stacking the deck before you even step in the ring with him. I don't think that's a good look, personally. I think Canelo is a good enough fighter to go in and fight Chavez Jr. at his best. Fight him at 168. Hell, let the dude fight him at 166. Let the dude lose 2 pounds. I mean, you're already coming up 10. You might as well go up the extra weight anyway. Go up the extra 2 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And fight. That's just my opinion. That's what I think. I would want to fight the best version of the man, because if you're using this fight as a stepping stone to Golovkin or to get yourself acclimated to fighting a bigger fighter like Golovkin, then wouldn't you want to fight this bigger fighter at his best? Because if you really think that you're more skilled than him and can beat him, it doesn't matter how much he weighs, right? Let him come in comfortable. The kid has a lack of discipline. He's faltered and wavered in fights before, and did not perform at the level that many of us think that he probably should have. Plus, a lot of people think that Chavez Jr. is just all hype anyway. But in any event, he's a bigger man. He's strong. He has a beard. He has a hell of a chin. Those 3 things right there are going to cause Canelo problems, because Canelo has shown that he will start to gas out towards the second half of a fight. I've seen him start to get a little sluggish in the 4th and 5th rounds of fights before. He doesn't look the same in the second half of fights. I think it's because he burns a lot of energy putting so much steam on his punches. And you lose more energy when you load up on a punch and miss than you do when you connect with that punch. And he does that. But Canelo does a lot of good things. I think he has excellent hand speed. He has excellent punch variation. He has developed very good upper body movement and the ability to slip and bob and weave punches. He does that stuff real good. It just seems like he has fucking gorilla glue stuck to the bottom of his feet, because he's not the best at his lateral movement or footwork. And the same thing with Chavez Jr. He's pretty much basic, straight, come forward, brawler type fighter with a hell of a chin and heavy hands. Will Canelo be able to withstand that onslaught, that pressure that Chavez Jr. will put on him? That kind of play, but Chavez Jr.'s style kind of plays to Canelo, because Canelo is a counterpuncher. He likes to counterpunch. He is aggressive and can be aggressive, but Canelo is an excellent counterpuncher. Now, again, let's take a look at this, for instance. Like look at the Austin Trout fight, right? Austin Trout, 154 pounds, super welterweight or light middleweight, whatever the fuck you want to call it, 154 pound division. Some monsters at 154 pounds. Canelo didn't just walk through Austin Trout. He didn't just beat the brakes off of Austin Trout. That fight was back and forth, and there were a lot of rounds that were up in the air, other than the round where Canelo dropped Austin Trout, which Austin Trout actually came back in that round and actually had Canelo on the back foot. Canelo still gets the round. Austin Trout didn't do enough to take the round from Canelo and make it an even round, depending on who you are. However, Austin Trout wasn't a pushover, and that wasn't an easy fight for Canelo. He fought Liam Smith. Who the fuck is Liam Smith? You know who he is now. He's the guy that lost his belt to Canelo. But then Canelo gave up the belt to go up to fight Chavez Jr. What was the point of even going down to fight him in the first place? It's just all real sketchy, man. It's all real sketchy. He was at 155. He was slated to fight Gennady Golovkin next. The negotiations broke down. Gennady Golovkin didn't want the $15 million that Canelo offered him, the flat fee that Canelo offered him. It's the politics of boxing is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all bullshit. I think that Golovkin and Canelo breakdown, both parties are to blame for that. Because there's no reason why that fight couldn't have been made. But in any event, Liam Smith was not a good way to get ready for Gennady Golovkin. He really wasn't. I don't think that Canelo Chavez Jr. is a good way to get ready for Gennady Golovkin. Because, for instance, if Chavez Jr. is weight drained and weak and he's actually burning off muscle mass to make this weight, he's going to be a shadow of himself. And he probably goes into this fight and gets hurt because of Canelo's skill set. Canelo can punch. Can he hurt Chavez? Can he drop Chavez? Can he knock Chavez out? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, again, Chavez, he's a come forward fighter. He will apply pressure and he will be hitting Canelo with punches. Canelo is a little bit more elusive than Chavez Jr., so it's going to make for an interesting matchup, nevertheless. Now, do I think Canelo if he wins against Chavez Jr., is he going to fight Golovkin next? That's the fight that everybody wants to see. I just don't think that Canelo has been really preparing himself for, a Golovkin fight. Like, he fought James Kirkland. I think that was the fight before the Liam Smith fight, I believe. He fought Kirkland after, because it was Cotto, then it was Kirkland, then Liam Smith, I believe. And Cotto actually did a lot better in that fight than I think people give him credit for. Cotto did a lot better in that fight. When Cotto was boxing and using his boxing skills, he was outboxing Canelo in that fight. And his veteran experience helped carry him a long way. And Cotto didn't get dropped once in that fight. So think about that. He knocked out Kirkland, but Kirkland has the kind of style where he's asking to get knocked out. I mean, he has that brawler style, he wants to come in and mix it up. He goes out on his shield. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not a punk. You're a tough dude for that, but at the end of the day, you getting your brain smacked, like that's not necessarily a good look. But he couldn't stop Canelo. He couldn't stop Cotto. He stopped Liam Smith, to the body. But I think that was like in the 10th round. That was in the later rounds of the fight. He couldn't stop Austin Trout. He couldn't stop Erislandy Lara. And to take it back a little bit more, he couldn't stop Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, imagine if he was fighting Demetrius Andrade. I think Canelo loses that fight, which is why he didn't want to stay in the 155 division too long, because he had the belt that Demetrius Andrade, he won the belt from Liam Smith that Demetrius Andrade was stripped of when he was on his little hiatus from boxing with his promotional and/or / contractual issues. He won that belt and then gave that belt up immediately because those monsters those dudes at 154 were gonna start coming for him. I don't know if he did it because he didn't really want to mix it up with those dudes, or he's looking to. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what they're really doing with Canelo's career. I do want to see the fight with him and Chavez Jr. I think it's an interesting fight. It doesn't mean a fucking thing, but I think it's interesting though. If Chavez Jr. beats Canelo, his career is reinvigorated. It is reinvigorated. Does Canelo lose anything? I don't think he loses much if he loses to Chavez Jr. He'll get clowned, definitely, because, let's face it. Chavez Jr. hasn't really taken boxing that seriously. He really doesn't take it that seriously. And if his past behavior is any prediction of his future behavior, he's going to fucking waver, he's going to falter, he's going to come in probably overweight, or hopefully he doesn't, because he's going to get charged $1 million a pound, or he's going to slack. But he seems to be taking his fight very seriously. I think the fight is scheduled for Cinco de Mayo weekend, or the week of Cinco de Mayo. So he's already training now and cutting weight now before he gets into getting the training camp, which is an excellent thing for Chavez to do, something he should have been doing his entire career. He probably wouldn't have some of the losses he had he taken his training as seriously as he's taking this. But this could be a double-edged sword for Canelo. Trying to weight drain him down to 164 and a half could have been just the spark or spur that Chavez Jr. needed to come into this fight in the best possible form that he could come into this fight in. That could be a problem for Canelo. It really could be, because he's getting ready now. So by the time training camp starts, he's already going to be he'll probably only have 10 pounds to lose by the time training camp starts. Possibly. You know, he could be at the 168 range right now and just have to drop just the 4 pounds. So I don't know, man. I mean, this is intriguing. I want to see what's going to happen. Again, I don't think the fight means anything so far as the 168 division or 160 pound division. It'll be good. It's a good gauge for Canelo, depending on what Chavez Jr. shows up. If Chavez Jr. is weight drained and sickly and weak, then no, it doesn't mean a fucking thing. But if he comes in there strong and ready to fight, more agile and athletic than we've seen him before, it's gonna be a long night for Canelo, you know. But that's my take on it. I'm kind of leaning towards Canelo because of his skill set, you know, his repertoire of punches, his hand speed, and his constantly developing upper body and head movement. You know, his his timing, the way he sets up punches and feints and catches you slipping, like he did at Amir Khan. He feinted with that right beautifully. Made Amir Khan bite on that feinted right, boom, and then just completely disconnected his ass from his senses with that left hook, which was brutal. But I think it's gonna be a good fight. Meaningless, but I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'd like to see it because we've never seen Canelo fight anybody bigger than him. We've never seen it. He's always had to have the advantage going into the fights that he's been in. He's always had the advantage, except when he fought Floyd and Cotto. Other than that, he's been trying to A-side people for a minute. And again, I just think the diva demands and all that A-side shit is, I think it's bullshit. Jesus, what's going on? I think it's bullshit. But who knows? This could not necessarily, favor Canelo going into this fight. But it's intriguing, it's interesting. Let me know what you guys think about the fight in the comment section, if you think anything about the fight at all. I'm slightly edging Canelo simply because of what we've seen from him in the past, in contrast to what we've seen from Chavez Jr. in the past. However, Chavez Jr. is taking this very seriously. He's doing the right thing now and cutting weight long before training camp, which means that he won't have to focus on his weight so much so as acquiring and assimilating new skill sets or sharpening his current skill set during training camp, which is a huge benefit for Chavez Jr. And he has Nacho Beristain as his trainer right now. So I mean, and he has his dad in his ear, which he should have been listening to his fucking dad all along in his career. He probably wouldn't have the losses he has had he been listening to his dad. Again, I like Canelo as a fighter. I want to see Canelo, just like Gennady Golovkin, fight the best fighters. Fight dudes that you are equal with or on even kill with. Gennady Golovkin fighting Danny Jacobs. Cool, good. And I am gonna do a video on that fight as well, because that is a very intriguing fight also. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Let me know what you guys think about Chavez Jr. versus Canelo. I'm slightly leaning towards Canelo. However, this isn't going to be a walk in the park for him. And Chavez is not going to be an easy opponent. He's not going to just get rid of Chavez Jr. and walk through this dude. He's the bigger fight. He's the bigger puncher. He is the bigger man. So we'll see. It's not just self-determination. I'm out. Peace.